Well, we're not gonna win any awards for this makeup look, but it's gonna chug ahead anyway with it. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be playing with the Colourpop x Kathleenlights Zodiac collection. Now, I'll admit, Zodiac stuff, astrology stuff, star signs mean diddly squat to me. If they do to you, that's great. They just don't to me. I wasn't really brought up at all in that way. I was brought up in a very religious household, so we were not, like, that wasn't part of our lives, and to me it just means pretty makeup in this collection, but nothing deeper than that. But I got it because at the time I had some money and I was like, oh, makeup, I need to buy it. So I bought the whole collection. The shipping process this time was a lot longer. So a couple of weeks ago, maybe last month, I did a Colourpop order for the concealer and foundation. That came within a week. There was no customs to pay. However, this time it took two weeks and 2 days, I think, to come, and there was almost £20 customs. It was like £18 customs, and also one of the items is wrong. So this time the process wasn't as pleasant as the last time. But it is from America, and I kind of understand really long shipping times. It's just annoying for us UK people to have to deal with such long shipping times and customs. But anyway, I bought it. So in the collection, we have the kind of star attraction, which is the Zodiac palette. This is really, really pretty. It's really small, it's cute, it's got really nice colours in it. Obviously, I've used that today. I didn't use the shade Pisces, which you probably all thought I would use, but I didn't. We also got 2 of the Luxe lipsticks in the collection. These are in like a nude and a purple. I'm wearing Scorpio Moon just now. They're a really nice formula. Obviously, I'll show you everything close up when I'm putting the makeup on. We also got 2 highlighters in the collection, both kind of bronzy champagne colours. One is way too dark for me, and the other one is just like slightly too dark for me, which is a shame, but they just feel so good. And then we got 2 of the Supernova shadows. However, I got 2 of the same Supernova shadows. I didn't get the gorgeous gold one, which is actually the one I wanted more than this one. This one's really pretty. I don't use this today, but it is lovely. It's just like a Stila Magnificent Mel shimmer and glow, not the glitter and glow, but shimmer and glow. It does have a little bit of glitter in it, but it's more just like a shimmery, beautiful metallic shadow than glittery. Anyway, obviously I'm going to apply these products to my face on camera. We're going to talk about them. And yeah, I love Colourpop. I am so jealous that Americans have such easy access to Colourpop. It's like one of the brands, like probably like the only brand that I'm super jealous that American people have, especially now we've got Wet n Wild, because, you know, now I don't need to be jealous about that. But yeah, Colourpop needs to come to Beauty Bay. I remember a while back when people were writing on the Wet n Wild like post on their grid that they were saying like winky faces and cheeky faces when people were saying Colourpop, we want Colourpop. So I think that's in the works, and I think Beauty Bay is quite good at just dropping something like that and just like telling us. So I'm hoping that very soon they will get Colourpop and we will be happy. Finally, the hole in our lives, that void, that deep void of unhappiness, will be filled with makeup. Anyway, if you want to see me apply the products and my thoughts on them, then please just do keep on watching. I'm excited right now because I'm just like gonna go up to Primark and do like a big Primark haul. So I get that like Primark joy, which is why I'm a little bit like erratic right now. And I've had some of this kind of monster, which is helping. Anyway, let's jump into it. I've got one eye done. I'm looking quite corpse-like on camera. I've got my contour on and my base on, but that's it. And I have already filmed one eye, hated how it came out, wiped it off, and now we are starting again. So, taking the Kathleenlights times Colourpop Zodiac palette, which looks like this. I'll do a close-up in a second. First of all, it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but it's actually really cute and I think hugely travel friendly. The pans are quite little as well. They're definitely a lot smaller than like traditional pans. Maybe I can get one out and just show you. A lot of you already know this because some of you are American and some of you have done like Colourpop orders in the past, but this is my first eyeshadow palette. So that is like, oh, it's gonna stick on. That is like a normal eyeshadow pan, and compared to, maybe this is easier. The size doesn't matter though, because like whoever finishes eyeshadow, I don't. So I'm gonna jump in, start the eye. I'm gonna take my Morphe M514. You know I love this brush. And I'm gonna dip into the shade the Virgo, which is the deepest brown in the palette. Like, to be honest, the look I just did was a lot of like the golds, this colour down here. It just didn't work out though, it just wasn't my day. So I'm just gonna start popping this on through the crease. I have to say though, so far super impressed by Colourpop eyeshadows. I've tried a couple of the super shock shadows in the past, but to be honest, I don't really like working with like cream eyeshadows. So it's definitely nice to be trying the pressed ones, and they're really good. They're really pigmented. Especially the deeper colours are really good to work with. So I've just thrown that almost to the front of my eye, around my crease and underneath. I'm going to take a clean brush, whichever one it is, the Zoeva 221, just because I've got it to hand, and I'm just going to fluff out that colour, just so that it's easier to blend. That colour's really nice, easy to work with. I mean, it's just a plain brown, isn't it? But compared to all the other eyeshadows I've tried, it's very good. Then I'm going to take my blank canvas E25, a really good blending brush, and dip into the shade the Taurus, which is a lighter brown. And I'm going to start blending out the edges of, what did we use? The Virgo. And then on that same brush, I'm going to dip into the Libra, which is the really light, it's like a pinky beige colour. I think it's matte, but it does seem to have maybe the slightest bit of like sheen to it. And I'm just going to puff that around everything. And that's just going to help it blend into my like foundation thing colour and just look a lot more seamless. Alright, then back to my Morphe M514, best brush in the world. I'm going to dip into the Sagittarius, I think that's how you pronounce it. I am not a follower of star signs or astrology or anything like that, but I think that's how you pronounce it. And I'm going to put this where I put that deep brown, so through my crease, just to start bringing in more of a purple tone to the eye and less of a brown tone. I'm actually not getting a lot of fallout either, which is really good. Especially because I've done my base already. How pretty is that matte purple? Okay, let's go in with our first metallic. It is the Scorpio, which is the purple here. I kind of wish on this eye I'd done like a base first, because I feel like although it's a really pretty colour, it's almost a little bit sheer, which is weird. So I'm just gonna pick it up on a little flat brush, but I'm gonna wet it because I feel like that brings the most out of metallic shades anyway. And I'm gonna start popping that on my lid. Like, it is a really pretty colour, but there's just something a bit ever so slightly lackluster about it. And then I'm actually going to pick it up on my finger and just kind of pat that on. Just to ask a little bit more from it. And then Morphe M514 just for the edges where it touches the matte colours. Then, like, we're getting there, we're almost at the end actually. This is a super simple eye look, so we've got more of the face to do as well. I'm going to go back into the Virgo, which is the deep brown. And I'm going to pack that on my kind of outer third and just ask for that part of my eye to be the deepest part, and it just gives the rest of my eye look a bit more dimension if I really deepen up that outer corner. Something that I saw in a Kathleenlights video and I was like, wow, I need to start doing that more, because it just really makes quite a big difference actually, even just popping it on very lightly on the very outer part. Let's just do the under eye while we're here, but I can't find the brush. It's right in front of me. Sagittarius, yeah, that must be how you pronounce it. I'm gonna run that underneath. I'm gonna blend it out a pinch with the Taurus mixed with the Libra, just so it's not so stark. Right, and then moving into the inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Cancer, this one here, which is the lightest one, on my Morphe M321. I really like this brush for the inner corner. I'm going to wet it, and I'm just going to schlep it on that inner corner. Slightly onto the front part of my eyelid and at the bottom as well. And then I'm just going to pick up a little bit of Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter in Blossom Glow. I picked this up in the restock that Beauty Bay did, and this is the perfect shade for me, for my skin tone. I had the other one, what was it called? Precious Petals, too dark, but this one's lovely. I'm just going to add that just to bring even more brightness to that inner corner, which I think is quite necessary with such a dark look. That's kind of the eye, so I'm going to throw on a lash quickly, and I used a black eyeliner in my waterline, and then we'll move on to the rest of the face. We've got a few more products to try, and I'll just do it on camera anyway because this video is not going to be that long. And then, yeah, that's okay, 2 seconds. So let's move on to face. I need to warm up my complexion because I'm looking very ghostly. I'm going to use my new favourite bronzer, which is the Wet n Wild Take It to Brazil Colour Icon Massive Bronzer. It's lovely. You need to buy it. It's like £3. It just adds the most gorgeous bronze, and it's so blendable. I was so like worried about customs that I didn't add on a lot of extras. Well, I didn't add on any extras when I bought this collection, and I still had like almost £20 of customs, like I said. I do wish now that I'd just like gone ham and just bought it all in one go, like bronzer and stuff, because might as well have. Right, so highlight. There was 2 highlights with the Zodiac collection. This one called On the Cusp, and this one's called Fire. Fire is way deeper. I'll compare them, I'll show you them side by side, but I'm not going to touch Fire because I'm just going to put it in my giveaway because it's definitely too dark for me. So this is Fire and this is On the Cusp, so you can see it is lighter. But they are both quite dark, but Kathleenlights does have a much deeper complexion than I do. So that is a swatch of On the Cusp. It's like a champagne bronze, and it's got a really pretty reflect, but it's still too dark for me, because if I do it like that, you can see the kind of streak of bronze on my skin. I'm guessing these are probably best applied with your finger. I'm going to put on a tiny bit with a fan brush, just to say that I've used it, but I'm going to go over the top with a lighter one, because it's just ever so slightly too dark. It's really nice though. I mean, I am going very, very lightly. You know me, I love a lot of highlight, but I've got to go out and about, so I don't want to have like a bronze streak. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can get away with this. That's really pretty for sure. And it seems to be applying quite nicely with the fan brush. That is lovely, but I can see it kind of on my skin, like a cast of bronze underneath it, but it's really pretty and I really, really like the glow that it's giving me. So I think I need to pick up more of these Super Shock highlighters, but in a lighter shade. So I'm just going to grab my fan brush again and go in with my Wet n Wild in Blossom Glow, which is another product I'd really recommend. This is £3.75. One of the best highlighters I've ever used, like the formula. Like, that's as blinding as my Ofra Pillow Talk. And that was £25. Let me change my battery, I'll put on some blush and then we'll move into lips and then we'll be done. So I've just quickly lined my lips with a Primark lip liner, you know they're my favourite. And I'm going to use the Luxe lipstick in the shade Scorpio Moon. So this is gorgeous packaging, by the way. This is like metal packaging. And then the lipstick's like embossed with little stars. I'm sure you'll have seen that before, but to me it's new. I knew that lip liner was going to be really good with this lipstick. It's not my favourite colour in the world by any stretch, but it's alright. It goes with this eye look, doesn't it? There's also a nude lipstick, that is not it. It's in my, no it's not. Which is quite a deep brown nude. It's really pretty. I'll swatch them both side by side. I've been wearing it over the past few days with like a really dark brown lip liner and then a slightly lighter shade in the centre of my lips. So that's the two lipsticks there. Let me put on a pair of earrings and then I'll round up my thoughts on kind of the Colourpop products that I've tried and then this kind of collection. But I need to put earrings on because I feel naked without them. Alrighty then. That's us. Ignore the hair, nothing has been achieved. So, I really quite like how this makeup look came out. Like, I like my eyes. I'm probably going to change my lips before I go out and about just because I do like the colour, but for me this is quite a wintry colour. And it's also not a colour I really wear a lot on my lips. But it's nice, and the formula of these lipsticks is really, really nice. And they do actually last really quite well on my lips. The highlighter is stunning. Obviously I've gone over it, but the formula seems very glowy, very nice, very complimentary on the skin. But yeah, it's just slightly too deep, but maybe when I'm like fake tanned, which I never do, I could wear it more, or you know, as an eyeshadow. Although, you know, I'm like, oh, it's too dark for me. Everyone's like, oh, use it as an eyeshadow. I'm like, yeah, but I've got so many eyeshadows. The thought of reaching into my highlighter drawer to choose an eyeshadow just doesn't compute. Like, it doesn't I would never do that, but I'll try and use it on my face. The Supernova shadow, though I didn't use it today, this is really nice too. Very metallic, very reflective. I'm gutted that I didn't get the shade Asteroid. I did email customer services on Friday afternoon, but I've not heard back yet, and I don't know if they'll send me out a new one. I don't want to pay customs on it, but I guess I wouldn't have to. The Zodiac palette, I do like this. I'm really happy that I've now tried like pressed Colourpop shadows, and I want to buy more, but I think I would buy singles and build up a palette, because there's a few shades in here that I wouldn't use. Like I would never use the Aries, like this kind of metallic orange doesn't appeal to me. I wouldn't use the black with gold sparkle in it, because I don't like matte shades with sparkle in them. But I would definitely use the rest, and the like metallic ones, like the metallic golds, are all stunning. But I mean, they don't need all three of them in there. But it's a really nice palette, and it's not expensive on its own. And like if you just ordered this from Colourpop, you wouldn't have, I don't think you would have to pay customs. But yeah, I think that's everything from what I've tried. But yeah, I like my makeup today. I do like a deep smoky eye these days, and I feel pretty good. So that is me testing the Zodiac collection by Colourpop and Kathleenlights. On the whole, I do really like it, but I think when you buy a collection like you're kind of committing to not liking some things, and like the two lipsticks aren't shades I would have picked myself, or the highlighter. But apart from that, I do really like the collection, and I really like the quality of Colourpop. Considering how cheap it is, it's so good. Like it's way better than Makeup Revolution. It's way better than, like, I'd say better than Maybelline and L'Oreal in terms of like eyeshadows and cheek products. And lips, they've got such a good array of lips. Anyway, we need them on Beauty Bay. Everyone knows this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, I've talked about my 10k giveaway. That is coming as soon as all the products arrive that I've ordered and stuff. I will announce it and do like an Instagram stuff about it. So stay tuned for that. It won't be long. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.